Hey everybody, Mike B back, doing a solo video today using the tripod. I'm going to see how that works out. Anyway, so I've got 3 ARs out here with me today, and hopefully we can get through all of them. I've got to zero them. These are ones that I've built. This is a Palmetto State Armory, one of their blemished nitride Freedom uppers. And all said and done, I've got about 300 bucks into this thing. It's built on an Anderson lower. Really looking forward to this. I've got the, well actually I've got 330 bucks into this because of the Mission First Tactical rear sight. But I'm hoping we can get this thing zeroed, and I'm going to show you how we did it in the military and how it should work for you if you're trying to zero in for 300 yards or meters or whatever. You start out at 25 yards, and you actually want to get your point of impact about an inch below dead center where you're aiming at 25 to account for the bullet arc when it starts picking up at about 75 to 100 yards. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to be using M193 55 grain ammo, because that's what I kind of want to use for all my ARs, since it'll run through a 1-in-7 twist barrel, but 62 grain will not run in a 1-in-12, which is what's on the ARs. So, or the, I'm sorry, the earlier ARs. So this is a 1-in-7. We're just gonna see if this thing's even on paper. If it's not, I'm gonna walk up there and actually kind of go closer, and then we're gonna walk backwards and get this thing zeroed. So here we go, first shot. Make sure this is on the right. There we go. Well, we're going to be using the 300 for this. I'm going to do 3 rounds. That's what we did. This. All right, and instead of getting up and walking down there, I'm going to be lazy, aka smart, and just use the binoculars. Okay, so I've got a group that's about 4 inches to the bottom and right of center, which is actually really good that we're on paper and we're that close. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise the front sight up slightly by doing the opposite of up. I think I'm just going to do two elevations on here. 1. Yep, I need to go this way. Oh, that's moving really nicely, which is pretty convenient. So I'm gonna go 3 clicks to the left. Now we're gonna pop the magazine in and see where we're hitting. I'm actually glad this thing was pretty damn close to being spot on. All right. Looks like I'm dead center, just low. I thought that last one was going to be better, but it's a flyer. All right, so now I'm sitting there, dead center, about 2 inches below the bullseye, possibly 2.5. So I'm actually going to move the front sight down a little bit this time to raise the point of impact up. Okay, we're gonna see how where we're at on this. So I'm just going to look through the binos really quick. Yeah, we're actually getting right up to where we need to be. I'm just going to do one more click to the left and we should be right on the money. I'm going to take you up and show you the hits really quick. Okay, so this was my first group right here, and that was pretty cool because you just need to go a little bit up and to the left. So I adjusted it to the left. I actually went down a little bit. I screwed up on the front sight. That was my bad. I went the wrong way, and it actually dropped it down about an inch, but that means that I just had to go up 2 clicks from where I started, so 4 clicks total to get it right where it looks like I want to be. Now I'm actually going to start using, because we're right in the area right here, and I assumed that I could have pulled that one, but and that's why I moved this 1 more click left, so we should be hitting right here, or in this case right here, which is exactly where we're going to want to be at 25 yards. And then just to prove to you, we'll take it out to 100 afterwards, and we'll do probably 10 rounds through it. And then if we've got it zeroed, we're moving on to the next rifle. So yeah, but this is how you do it, guys. You start out, hopefully at 25 you can get on paper, which we couldn't do with the XM16E1, but this one was pretty easy to just walk right in there. And then that was my bad. Had I adjusted it up, I would have actually ended up right here on the second group, but that was totally my bad. That's just me not paying attention and being dumb. But corrected that, and now I'm just going to confirm that it's not the actual zero that's off, that it was just me that pulled that one. So, because those are kind of where I wanted it to be, and then 1 more click left should bring it over there. So here we go. So hopefully we're pretty close on this one. I'm going to aim at that little one, like I said, and if it's spot on, we're going to go out to 100 and then confirm the zero. Whew. We gotta grease up the buffer tube and the receiver. I don't actually think I've lubed this thing yet, so might want to do that. And a failure to fire. Let me try hitting the other target. That failure to fire, those always freak me out, and I still don't want it to go off, but yeah. I'm gonna try the top right, actually. Okay, so I'm just going to look down the binos, and it looks like we are 1 click lower than I'd like it to be. So our windage is good, so we're good side to side. It's straight down, but I need to raise it up 1 rotation, 1 click. So I'm going to clear the weapon. Yeah, you don't want to be screwing around with the sights while your weapon's loaded, even if it's unsafe or whatever. Just, it's always a better decision to clear it. So, go 1 more rotation on the front sight. And this is tedious, guys, but once you've got it, generally, if your rifle holds 0, it's 0 to you and you're good to go. So, all right, we'll take these 3, throw them back in the magazine. Okay, now I'm going to do the bottom right, or bottom left, actually. All right, so I can already see that we're exactly where we want to be. Now we're going to go up and check out the target, and I'm going to show you how I walked it in and what we did. And I think this thing's good to go, so, yep. So that first group that I was shooting at was up here, and because I was standing up and kind of flinchy about that failure to fire, I didn't really do well. That's why I decided to do different groups. So then I saw this was my second group, and I saw we were just a little bit far down, but I got 2 through the same hole there, indicating that our windage is dead on. I always have a flyer in the group of 3. So yeah, I just adjusted it one click up, so that should put us right there. And it did. It put us right in that area, just bottom of center, about a ½ inch to an inch below center. And that's exactly where you want to be for 300 yard zero on an M4. I'm pretty sure it's the same with an M16. It might be 500 yard zero, but who knows? I'm pretty sure it's both 300. Anyway, I'm gonna go set up a target, a big one at 100 yards, and do a little bit of bench shooting, and then we'll do some standing fire, and then we'll move on to the next rifle. Oh, righty then. We've got target set up at 100 yards. So again, I'm just gonna do some bench firing for about 10 rounds, and then I'll drop the rest of the mag in standing up. It's fun when your front sight post is wider and bigger than the actual target you're shooting. God damn it, really? Another failure to fire? That's not too good. Oh, a red squirrel. Perfect timing. Hate those little bastards. All right. Drop the mag. It might just be a light primer strike, so I'm going to put it back in the mag. Yeah, I definitely should lube this thing, guys. It's not a self-lubricating rifle. I totally spaced it out. I just built it and set it aside. Yeah, so okay, it was a light primer strike. That means that I need to definitely lube this. So don't be like Mike. Mike is an idiot. All right, now I'm gonna do some standing up fire. Hopefully I got the camera adjusted so you can see I'm in the same frame. Hold that one. That's all she wrote. Gave her a good workout, bring her home, clean it up, lube it. This is gonna be a great rifle. Let's go down and see what we hit. So here's the bench shooting target. God, there's deer flies everywhere. Good God. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess I missed 2 of them. How do I do that bench shooting, or did I have that failure to fire? I don't know. Anyway, I am super rusty still. This is only day 2 of me actually going out and firing weapons in 9 months. So yeah, I mean, I'm not bragging about this at all because it's nothing to brag about. It's pretty shitty. But with some time and I get the fundamentals back, I'll be able to put them all right in this area, which is where I would like it. Actually, they should be right there. But anyway, so in the standing up one, I mean, obviously that group's going to be a hell of a lot wider, but I still put rounds on target, including a bullseye. So see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 out of, like, I don't remember how I fired, 20 maybe. So I missed 8 standing up. Oh well, I'm happy with it. That means the rifle's actually zeroed. It's just me that's horrific at group shooting right now. But again, it takes practice, and I haven't practiced in a long time. So keep up with it. I'm sure my skills will improve just like everyone else's who goes out and practices and puts lead down range. That's the only way to keep it up, guys. So all right, we'll move on to the next rifle. All right, so someone decided to show up to the range. We talked for a little bit, and I decided to zero the M16A1. And I had a bit of an issue here. So the rear sight is all the way over to the left, as you can see, and it's still shooting right about 2 inches at 25 yards. So there's nothing really that I can do. I might go look and see if I can do something with the front sight or whatever. But yeah, this thing, I mean, it's accurate. It's grouping really well, but the point of aim is not the point of impact. So we're gonna have to work on that in a different video. But I'm gonna do the Colt Model 603 right now. So in case you didn't know, the 603 is the total slick side with the chrome-plated bolt without the chatter marks for the forward assist, obviously, because there is no forward assist. Built on a brown nose lower. This is an original upper. So we'll see if this thing is actually zeroed. The rear sight's a little bit to the left. I'm hopeful that, hopefully it's not that far off like the A1 was. The A1 started off about 9 inches to the up and right, and it's still not completely zeroed, so I'll have to figure that out later. Anyway, we'll check this out, and hopefully we can get this zeroed. Hoping we'll get really lucky and it's already good to go. So this will be my first shot of this. The bolts are repro, receivers are repro, and everything else is original. Well, the charging handle, I believe, is a repro as well. But yeah, so this will be my first time ever shooting a Colt Model 603 slick side. Cool. I believe we are just a little bit like 1 inch high of center, which is not a hard adjustment to make at all. Yeah, we're just high. This is perfect. The windage is just right. Pretty close to being spot on. So we're just gonna bring the rear or the front sight up a little bit. We'll probably do 2 rotations. By me saying the rear sight's going up, the post itself is going up to bring the point of impact down. So, all right, I just did 2 rotations. So far, it's working pretty well. All right, let's take a look through the binos, and then we'll go up and I want to get this thing zeroed first. Oh, not bad. It's dropping a little bit. Make sure it's clear. So we're just going to keep going a few more clicks and rotations. I'm going to try 3. It's not that far off, which is really nice. All right, 3 clicks up. Looks like we're walking it right in there. Usually, military, you'd go up and walk up to each iteration of 3. You know, everybody, the firing line stops, everybody walks up. It's a long and tedious process. I'm just doing it a little bit more expeditiously. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to do one group to confirm the 0. I'm pretty sure we got it. Go on one of the small guys on the bottom left. I did 4 and I pulled that last one. I pulled the second one and the last one. I saw where they hit, but we're going to go up and target the target now. So this is probably just me pulling it, but so the first group was right there, or somewhere up here. And we walked it down. I got it to be right here, I believe. Yeah, that's 2 through the same hole. And then to confirm the 0, this is just me. This was the first shot. That was the second shot. The third shot was right there, and the fourth shot's right there. So I'm gonna actually go back and fire a couple more groups just to see if it's me or the rifle. All right, let's go down and check that out. All right, so I believe that was me just lurching the trigger and going left, but these are my last 3 shots right there. So I'm pretty happy with that. We're gonna take this out to 100 yards now. I'm gonna do, same as I did on the M4, I'm gonna do like 10 off the bench, and then standing up, I'm gonna do 20. See how we do there. Okay, I'm gonna put a 30 rounder in here. Looks kind of weird with a 30 rounder. Pretty cool though. All right, so this is gonna be the 100-yard target, like I said. Okay, now we're gonna stand up. I suppose I can put a 20 rounder in just for the nostalgia of it. Very nice. Well, so far so good. No malfunctions on the Colt Model 603. Again, this is an original upper, so it probably hasn't been fired in many, many years. Really cool. Let's go down and check it out. All right, so I am shooting a little bit high, and of course, the group is horse shit. The group is terrible. But that's me. That's not the rifle. But I might just drop the point of impact a little bit. But on this one, the standing one, let's see. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 13 out of 21. Nah, that's the standing up target, 2 in the bullseye, which is actually pretty cool. I couldn't do that on the bench, but I did it standing up at 100 yards. Anyway, I'm gonna go back and just put a couple more rounds in the 0, make sure the point of aim is, or the point of impact just dropped a little bit, just to confirm. So actually, after I was walking back, I realized that that's exactly where it's supposed to be hitting at 100 yards, is a little bit high. So I guess I'm just gonna dump another 20 round mag standing up, and then we'll conclude the video. I'm actually starting to get a little bit more comfortable with standing fire, and I'm used to, again, shooting carbine and ARs, so the long rifle is actually kind of different, but I like it a lot. You just have to put your hand out on the grip. You can't hold the mag well, otherwise it gets really unbalanced. Anyway, so there were already some rounds on this target. I did get a almost dead center bullseye standing up, and there's a lot more holes on here than there were. So all right, we'll go wrap the video up. All right, so overall, I had a lot more fun shooting this than I did the M4, even though the M4 was really cool and they're really cheap to make, and I'm gonna probably build a few more of them hopefully in the next year or two. And anyway, so this model 603 with the slick-sided lower and upper is just a really cool rifle. I'm really glad to have it. Piece of history because the upper is original, and I just really could not be happier with it. The 55 grain 193 ammunition worked almost flawlessly. We had a couple of failure to fires because of a light primer strike in the M4, but that was because I didn't lube it. That was my fault. That was not the ammo or the rifle's fault. So yeah, basically, I appreciate you guys watching. Let me know what you think. This is how you zero weapons, and then you can see that they're actually on target, more so than I can hit at 100 yards. So yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure you consider supporting the channel because these videos do cost money to make, and although I do love making them, your support really helps offset that cost. So check out anything in the description that you got to choose from, the options there. And let me know what you think about this. Kind of getting out doing some more shooting videos as per the advice of a bunch of the YouTube viewers. So let me know what you think about this. I'll be making a separate video on all these, like I said. So we'll see you next time.